Yeah, yeah. Right, buddy, this is the 5 things to expect from Manchester United's game versus Rangers. We'll be talking about my predicted team tactics and much more, what to expect from Rangers and much more. So let's get straight into it. Listen, the first thing, changes. Amorim must make changes. I think it was a very poor performance against Brighton. Some of these players must start on the bench. And I think Amorim will and has to make rotations. I think some of these players have got away with some very criminal performances over recent weeks. And I think Amorim certainly has to make some changes now. For me, I would take Mazraoui. This would be my team. I'll go through it quickly. I'm not really bothered who will start in goal. I think it will be Onana. I think it'll be Onana, Mazraoui, Maguire. He was in the presser, so probably is going to start. And Martinez will come back into the team. Game off, but he's going to start this game. In terms of fullbacks, I want Ahmad out there, and I want Diego Dallo. Who else are we really going to play? They can play Malacia, but he shows Amorim doesn't trust him. In midfield, listen, I've gone with Collier, Bruno, but I think it probably will be Ugarte and Bruno in there. But listen, those two midfielders had a very sloppy game against Brighton. That's why I'd look at rotating them. In terms of forwards, the fact that I had Collier and Bruno in there is going to be Ahmad and Xerxes and Højlund through the middle. That's the team I would go for personally. I think that's a very strong team, has very good quality and ability, and I think that's the team Ruben Amorim should go for. I think it has that impetus, that purpose, what we need from this game. I think Xerxes trying in with Højlund to create chances. We have Collier and Bruno midfield. You can see Amorim starting to trust Collier with the amount of games that he's playing. I say, why not go for a team like this? I don't think it will. I'm sure there will be a lot of changes, but that would be my team that I would play. Now, the second thing, United's threat. I think in a game like this, you're going to come from wide areas. I think that's going to be the wing backs, and that's why I've put Ahmad out there. Ahmad, for me, has been United's best player and most consistent player. Even in like the Southampton game where he's playing poor, he still finds a way to impact the game, and he's one of our best players. So listen, I think we have a very, very big threat in this game. Our form at home hasn't been great, but we should be able on a European night utilise this and ultimately have a very good performance. I'm hoping that's something Amorim will try and do. I think we just need to see the simple things. Don't concede early on. Just go for the game as we can. I mean, we can't have another 2 games. It would be absolutely sloppy for Manchester United to kind of get more games, because we can't have it at the minute. The amount of games that we're playing, Amorim's barely getting any time to train. So I think the fact that if we do get through the stage, we need to win the games, so we do eliminate that stage. But that's the second thing to expect United's threat. Now the third one, Rangers. Listen, I don't know too much about them. Obviously, no Klomer's their manager. In the last Europa League game, they got a draw against Chelsea. But in their last game in the Scottish Cup, they beat Fraserburgh 5-0. So listen, they are a decent side. We must be wary of their threats. Amorim talked about how he knows how good they are from a team, from wide areas. They like to get their fullbacks high. You expect they're going to have a very, very difficult game. Every team that comes to Manchester United at the moment thinks they can get a win, and that's ultimately the position that we're in right now. So I think Rangers will come for the win. They will try and do everything they can to get a very good performance, and that's ultimately what they should do. I think you want to see United put up a fight. We're at home. Rangers are a tough side to play against. They'll be physical, they'll be wanting it, they could have possession. I know a few of their players, they are quite good, so we must be wary of their threat. And the fourth thing, I just want to see a reaction. I think from the game, Amorim was so frustrated with that game against Brighton, smashing the TV screen and all those things. You can see his frustration is building up because these players are doing criminal performances game after game after game. And you just want to see that change, whether like consistency as well. And yes, we're not having training, but it's just the simple things that the players are not doing right. And I'm sure Amorim will be absolutely fuming, because I would be as well. It was always difficult when he came in. He came in mid-season. He was never going to have enough time to train. But some of the performances that these players are putting in are absolutely criminal. They lack quality, just doing the simple things right. I mean, conceding early goals, very sloppy, look like they haven't even played together before. You just want to see a reaction, and that's something that Ruben Amorim needs. And I think the thing is now is consistency, doing it game after game after game, in every single game that we play, have a very good performance and ultimately show why we are, like, I mean, I'm not going to say one of the best teams, but why we can win this Europa League, because this trophy is a huge opportunity for Manchester United to go out and do something big and potentially win a trophy. Now, the fifth and final thing, the result. Listen, where do we go? I mean, United, are we going to turn up? It's a big game. We don't even know what we're going to get. In terms of result, I'm hoping we can get a win, because I'm sure, I don't know if that will secure qualification if we do win, but it would definitely help us. take one step into the right direction and have a good performance. But the biggest issue that I'm concerned about is the consistency. Can we show, if we do have a good performance game after game after game? Now, in terms of what I think the result will be, I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester United. I think it will be a close game. I mean, we're not keeping a clean sheet in the current state that we're in. And I'm sure Rangers will come for the win, come for a solid performance. But let's see what happens. Thank you for watching. There have been the 5 things. Sorry, it's a short one. Yeah, thanks for watching.